What's going on, fellow disc golfers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a disc review. It is none other than the brand new Discraft Test Flight Cicada. We're gonna throw some shots, get some opinions of it, and get you guys a full review. Let's go throw. So before we get too into it, I really wanted to pull up the disc and kind of just get a feel for the profile. I'll go over some numbers here after this, but immediately in the hands, I've only held it a few times. It feels pretty stable. There's a little bit of a lip here. Not much dome at all, and the rim's got like a little slight curving here. So all the characteristics of a stable to overstable disc. In the hand, it feels great. This Test Flight plastic, I believe it's just some type of Z, but it feels really comfortable in the hand, really grippy. It has been kind of raining out here so far, so I'm sure we'll see how grippy it really is when we throw some shots. But yeah, the profile overall reminds me a little bit of like a stable stalker, but I'm thinking it's gonna fly very similar to that. It's definitely a fairway. I would give it like a 7 or an 8 speed, but we'll get out there, throw some discs, the Cicada of course, and we'll see what it's like.
So as you can see here, I'm going to put it on a few different hyzer angles, scaling up in power as we go. And on this first hyzer angle, I get a little bit of a flip out of the Cicada, but it fades back at the end. So I decided to go for a little more power here. And this one holds nice and straight. I can see this being a great point and shoot disc. And then right here, I'm going to try and put some power into my hyzer. See if I can get it to do that nice slow fade like you see with the pros. And that is just about exactly what I get right here. Just a nice slow fade out, and it's a great hyzer flip disc. Right here, I decided to try a flat shot, and I'd say that was about 60% power, and it holds its line fading the whole way. So we decided to go a little bit less power here, just focus on the flight of the disc, and it does the same thing, but watch here at the end, you get this nice little fade.
So you can see it starts to fade back a little bit at the end there, which is good to know. I threw it at about probably 70 power, so it's got a little tiny bit of stability to it. I'd give it something like a Mantis right now, but we're gonna keep throwing and we're gonna figure it out.
And I'm not exactly the best person to show you how to throw the forehand, but it does have a nice smooth hyzer, and you can see here I throw it flat out of my hand and it gets a nice pan.
All right, I think we spent enough time throwing different shots and figuring out the discs. Let's just play a few holes and see how the Cicada works on the course. It's about 300 uphill. We're gonna put on a steep hyzer and see how she flies. That little fade at the end is really nice. And as we walk up the fairway here towards the green, we see the Cicada is absolutely parked. 300 foot, that up the middle. Try and get its pan out at the end. Oh, so close. Walking to the next hole, and the birds came out to watch. The Cicada is stork approved. No way, come on, do it. Good disc. You should buy it because it's good. Now this hole 280, it ends right past that second tree, about 50 feet right there. We're gonna throw it on a nice hyzer angle, try and get to flip up and see if we can get a little fade at the end. Get faded, baby. There's the fade. Absolutely beautiful. So I really like it in this 300 to like 340, 350 range. It allows me to take a little power off my mid-ranges and focus a little more on the actual flight of the disc versus just trying to power mid-range down there. So I think it's going to fit in that slot very well. It's great for hyzer flips. That's definitely the first thing I realized. But yeah, all said, you can consider me a fan of the Cicada. So it held up pretty well in the rain as well. Discraft plastic, obviously I'm a big fan, and I'm pretty sure this is Z plastic, but it's very nice and grippy in the rain, and it was holding its shape despite a little bit of headwind, tailwind, a little bit of wind on the course when I was throwing shots. So I was pretty pleasantly surprised with how true it was to its shape. Obviously you're getting like a 20-mile-an-hour headwind. You don't know what your disc is going to do sometimes, but this right here held the wind pretty good. And oh man, what else do we have left? There's no flight numbers out for this to my knowledge yet, so I'm going to give it my own. I'm going to give it, and we'll give it a 7, 5, minus 2, 1. That's what I think. Something very similar to the Stalker, maybe a little bit more understable. Maybe that overstability at the end, I could probably go minus 2, 2, but I'm going to go 7, 5, minus 2, 1 for the Cicada. We'll see what it's like when it comes out on the website. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, I'm going to be trying to post more often. I did just move to Battle Creek, so got some cool courses down here. Got a lot more free time, and we're going to do our best to, well, make the best of it. Thank you guys again for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.